Can Hakuri truly save the day? Kagurabachi chapter 93 reveals the truth behind his mission. Is it all a trap set by the Hishaku to eliminate the Kamianabi in a single stroke? Kagurabachi chapter 93, titled Finishing Touches, is a 19-page chapter. The editor's note hints at the intense battle between four individuals. The chapter begins with Hokuto expressing his overwhelming excitement about the upcoming battle. However, the tone shifts to comedy as Natsuki expresses his frustration with Hokuto's limited use of sorcery while he relentlessly unleashed Lightning Menace. Natsuki also takes issue with Yuruha's lack of using his kun against Yura. Yuruha apologizes, explaining that he has forgotten since he hasn't used sorcery in 18 years. Hokuto acknowledges his mistake, admitting that he allowed Natsuki to use sorcery to boost his self-esteem, showcasing his perception of himself as the stronger opponent. Despite Natsuki's offense, Hokuto responds with a flirtatious and winks, expressing his delight in Natsuki's swordplay. Meanwhile, Yura lies in pain, grappling with the aftermath of his battle wounds. It's amusing how the leader of the Hishaku, despite his formidable reputation, appears to be the most ordinary person in the room, riding park horses aside. Yuruha analyzes his opponent's skill levels. While he recognizes Yura as not a master swordsman, he acknowledges Yura's exceptional physique and his ability to keep up with both Natsuki and himself. Hokuto, on the other hand, barely showcased his true swordsmanship skills. It seemed like he was holding back, savoring every moment of the battle with Natsuki. Yuruha could sense that Hokuto wasn't lying about introducing himself and Yura in the last chapter. He was indeed a master swordsman. Hokuto appeared casual about the injuries sustained by everyone in the fight. He reveled in the thrill of battle, and the pain only motivated him further. Hokuto excitedly declared that they had entered the most crucial stage, the make-or-break moment. Yura reminded Hokuto that he was talking too much, so Hokuto backed off. Everyone readied their swords as their spirit energy swirled around them. It was one of the most spectacular displays of the series, with the four men colliding with swords raised to their throats. Kamianabi headquarters, 5th floor. One of the Kamianabi was devoured by the demon head of Bingo. The Hishaku, who had used Mako, the summoning of floating demon heads, dragged another member with him. From behind, another member witnessed this horrifying scene. It was the Lady Hishaku, who unleashed a blast of frost, freezing the body of her adversary. The Lady Hishaku, whose name was Urun, possessed the ability to emit frost. While this was a formidable power, we had encountered something similar before. In Chapter 35, we learned that Hakuri had been assigned to feed a female prisoner with skin that emitted cold. This woman had been sold to the Sazanami clan by her own lover and formed a bond with Hakuri. They shared experiences of familial abuse, and Hakuri even cooled Hakuri's injured finger with ice. This was the second arc, and we now had confirmation of two human groups with unique genetic properties. Char Kayanagi and the Kayanagi family possess the ability to regenerate, while the Ice Skin Woman and possibly Urun possessed a unique ice feature. Perhaps this woman had joined the Hishaku to obtain an enchanted blade and avenge her clan. If the genetic feature doesn't qualify as sorcery, Urun can possess ice powers and an enchanted blade to boot. Could Urun also be the Hishaku who can reattach limbs? Urun isn't impressed, but finds the Kamianabi's effort endearing. Meanwhile, the still nameless genus Hishaku observes how Urun and Bingo are incredibly strong. Urun inquires if Bingo enjoys consuming human flesh, but he reiterates his previous statement. It tastes unpleasant, yet this is the only way his powers can be utilized. Urun points out that if he eats excessively, he will become drowsy. Bingo asserts that the Kamianabi they recently encountered were mere fodder, but the ones approaching are elites, necessitating him to conserve energy to confront them. As he yawns, he notices the elite squad arrive. A blonde Kaminabi member extends a comb to his superior, a man with a Kamage hairstyle, who declares that he will handle this alone, considering the numerous Kaminabi who have fallen. While he combs himself for battle, we return to Kiri and Hakuri sprinting through the hallways, where they encounter Ichiki, who is riding on Azumi's back, whom Kiri rudely refers to as important people. Kiri risks getting fired if any of the other Kaminabi leaders hear her attitude. However, her exceptional skills might save her from such consequences. The duo was about to head for the Shinichi, and now they all board an elevator. Azumi informs them that the execution grounds are closed due to the ongoing battles. We witness the young Hishaku encounter a visor sorcerer and another man. Given the numerous sacrifices made for Hakuri's sake, Azumi expresses relief that Yuruha is still alive. Ichiki intends to hold a memorial service for Kudu and the fallen soldiers once this situation is resolved. Ichiki remains concerned about the Hishaku's motives, as there appears to be no tangible benefit to this reckless invasion. Firstly, they deliberately revealed the Shinichi during the Rakuzechi. If they had beforehand tampered with the Shinichi, rendering it remotely activated by a trigger, then handing it over to the Kaminabi would be akin to sending a detonator inside. During the sealing process, the Kaminabi meticulously examined the box, searching for any signs of tampering. This heightened Ichiki's apprehension, as the possibility of a trap lingered in the air. The elevator clicked, and they finally entered the chamber containing the Shinichi. The chapter concluded with Hakuri gazing at the Shinichi and activating his mask. After 15 chapters of meticulous setup since Hakuri's recovery, we had finally reached this moment. Editor's note, finally. They're here. Next issue, things will speed up rapidly. And in that, what will become of Hakuri?